Hello friends, my name is Laksh. In this video, I'll discuss with you about types of cloud computing. There are three types of cloud computing mainly called infrastructure as a service, platform as a service and software as a service. Before we understand each one of them, let us understand what all we need to manage when we are running an application on premises. On premises means the computer on which your application is running is situated in your home or in your office building. The first thing that you need to manage is your application. Let's say it is online game in your case. So you need to manage the updates of the game, bug fixes, etc. As the number of players of your game increases, data created by them also increases, like user's name, current score, highest score, etc. You need to manage this data also. Now runtime. Not all application can just run in any computer. Different kinds of application needs different types of environment. For example, Java application needs JVM to be installed in the computer in which it is running. Likewise, JavaScript needs browser or Node.js. Maintaining environment by installing required software which is suitable for running your application is what we call runtime. Middleware. Middleware is nothing but a software that helps different applications to communicate each other. It acts as a bridge between different applications, services and systems. It enables them to communicate and work together. One of the famous example of middleware is API gateway. Let us understand API gateway with the example of online game. The players of the game will interact with the user interface of the game. That is what we call application layer or presentation layer. From presentation layer, request will go to application gateway. Application gateway will perform some security checks like authentication and authorization. Once the security checks are performed, it will map request to required services. For example, weapons related request will be mapped to service layer which is related to weapon. Likewise, score related request will be mapped to service layer which is related to score. Service layer will then interact with the DB and gather the required data. With the help of this data, it will prepare response. This response is then passed to user via API gateway and application layer. Operating system. For sure you will need one operating system like Windows, Ubuntu, Red Hat or any other operating system to interact with the hardware of your computer. Virtualization. Let's suppose 3 players are playing your online game at the same time. So for each one of them, one separate gaming environment will be created. But all these environments are powered by a single powerful computer. This is what we call virtualization. Servers. Servers are nothing but a bunch of computers that are connected with each others. In these computers only your application is running. So servers produces lot of heat. So you need to manage cooling system. You need to take care of electricity, that continuous electricity and backup is there. You need to take care of internet connectivity as well as security so that no one can damage your hardware systems computers and other components of servers. Storage. Time to time you need to clean redundant data. When the storage device reaches its capacity, you need to add additional storage devices. You need to maintain the backups of your data also. Network. When different servers and computers within a server are connected via network, it helps in multiple ways. Like you can use centralized hardware, you can use centralized printer and centralized DB. Means there will be only one DB and one printer which will serve the request of all these computers. And it also helps in spreading the load, like it helps in load balancing and helps in utilizing the resources in better way. If we want to use the benefit of network, we have to manage all its requirement like routers, switches, etc. Now that we have seen what all these things are, now let's go to what is infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, we have to manage application, data, runtime, middleware and operating system. Rest of the things like virtualization, server, storage and network will be managed by cloud service provider. It is preferred by company which wants more control over their application. Platform as a service. In this you have to manage only application and data. Rest of the things are managed by cloud service provider. Developers prefer this because they don't have to worry about infrastructure and runtime. They can solely focus on development. Software as a service means cloud service provider will provide you a ready to use service which you can directly log in and use it. You don't have to worry about anything management, like everything will be managed by cloud service provider.